Good evening, I'm Ed.
I'm Chloe.
And welcome to this episode of the Hardy Hatchlings YouTube channel. Today is going to be a bit of a mix, but as promised, and what you can hear, we've got the bonfire going now, we've got fireworks happening around us, and we hope you enjoy your time with us on this episode. Welcome to a couple of days later from the first footage. The bonfire was a big success. So what do we do here, Chloe?
Bonfire?
Yeah, big fire, that's right. So all of that's now burnt down and is turned into essentially ash for the garden, which is actually really good fertilizer for the soil. So what we're going to be doing today is there's a couple of things we need to get done. Firstly, we'll use the rake to scrape this out a bit and spread it across the grass. We've got some silage tarp to put down. You should be able to see, so we've got the tree behind us there, which is one of the established pear trees. We've got a tree over on this side, which is one of our established plum trees. And if you draw a line between these two trees and then back towards where you are, we're going to create a rectangle, and that is going to be the future vegetable patch for all of our growing as we start to grow and be more self-sufficient in all that we do. So join us while Chloe and I spend some time now getting that sorted, with the raking, with the putting out the silage tarp, and with ensuring that the garden is set and ready for the winter ahead, to kill off this grass and get ready for us to establish our beds underneath it just before spring. What have you found, Levi? We finished raking all of the ash. Oh, big kisses for me, thank you very much. Oh, okay, right, well he can have a tickle while we do this. So we finished raking all of the ash, pulled it out as far as we can just to spread it out across the grass. Chloe's going to go and grab a juice. But what is the ash, Chloe, do you remember?
Vitamins for the grass.
That's right, it is. So it's like vitamins for the grass or for the soil underneath, and it'll help it grow. All right, all the love for me, huh? It'll help it grow, and it'll help put some nutrients back into the soil, and take that carbon that's been burnt down and put it back into the dirt as well. We're now going to spend some time pulling out the silage tarp, getting it lined up and checking as we go. So we're going to pull you back so that you can see as we do that, and then we will start pulling up other bits and pieces in the ground as we find them, like old stumps and bits and pieces, just to make sure that we've got everything out of the way, and then we can get the tarp down, put some bricks on it, and then we'll essentially let this lie dormant for the next couple of months, and all that's going to do is kill off the grass. And then we've got a ton of cardboard, don't we, hiding in the garage. It's not really hiding, actually, it's been used for forts and everything else for the last couple of months since we've been here. But that'll be coming out come spring, and then we'll be able to put that down on the beds once we pull up the silage tarp and start putting together our beds. We're aiming to go no dig, but don't hold me to that, because the cost of compost as it seems to, if it skyrockets, then it may end up not being a no-dig bed, and we'll just have to make do with what we've got. That's the tarp down in place now. We've set it up where we want it for the garden. So you can see large rectangle in the middle. It's going to get the most sun, particularly on this half. And it then allows us space on either side to continue planting our apple trees, or more apple trees, because we've got way too many plums and pears, which is a nice problem to have. So now it's a case of finding all the bricks that are in the old compost pile, pulling them all up and placing them all down so that we're not going to end up seeing this thing fly halfway across the countryside with me in tow chasing it when it gets windy. The final job of the video is going to be sorting out the compost bins. Now you can see here in terms of the compost bins, it's all made up of pallets that I was able to find online at, well, to be honest, it was all on Gumtree. So we've literally put 4 pallets across, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 pallets along the back. And the way that we've put them together is various screws, nails, and you've got string as well that we've been using to tie them off and just keep them all together. What Jacob and I are going to be doing today is we need to turn the compost. I'm also in 2 minds about whether or not we're going to put some chicken wire on the insides as well, but we're definitely going to be stapling the cardboard through the inside of the bins. Now a lot of people, like we've done in this one, as you can see, the cardboard was just placed in and we dumped all of the dirt in, and all the, essentially compost is all of your live stuff, so your grass clippings, and all of your dead stuff, which is sawdust, ash from the fire, cardboard, and they break it down into your greens and browns. And we can do a video later on that is more in depth about how we make our compost, but failing that, I would suggest you go and watch the godfather of nodig, Charles Dowding, because he does some excellent compost videos and how he does it. He's sort of the compost master, if you will. So Jacob and I are going to spend some time now getting this together. We're going to sort out this middle bed, move everything across, get everything set up, and then we will get the other 2 beds prepped as well for more compost as we find it and as things grow. The grass around here needs a final cut before it sort of lays dormant for the winter. So all of that grass we're going to be collecting up and we're going to be putting into these compost bins and mixing it up just so that we've got some compost starting at the moment. Albeit it'll be a few months until it's actually ready for us to use in the garden. So Jacob's in here with me, just giving me a hand. Now you don't need a staple gun, you don't need anything, you don't need to staple any of it. You can have the cardboard just against the sides all the way around it. It'll sort of hold itself up. The reason I'm not doing that is because I want to just ensure that it's up against the sides. We do want the compost to rot, and we want the cardboard to rot, and it will break down over time. And and I'm sure lots of people will be screaming at their screens with me doing this, but we're just going to put a few staples in, and that's just going to hold this in place so that it'll stay up and last a bit longer for us, so that I'm not having to have a situation like we have in the other compost bin where it's just falling through all the holes at the moment. So bear with me. Right, can you get me the next one, Jacob? We've taken the front off the compost bin that we're turning, but just to show you, you can see the layers here between what is, you know, now grass clippings. It's actually, you can see sort of ashy in there because of the heat that it gets to when it's all together. You can see the different sort of lasagna layers of compost that are in there, of dry wood shavings, chicken poo, ash, grass. All of this is now going to get turned and put into the other one there, including all that cardboard as well. And then we'll be able to cardboard up the door on this front, and then, good save by me, and then we'll be able to attach it to the next side, and it'll be able to continue working and growing and turning into compost for us for the next growing season.
Laughing or something.
I'm not sure. They're having a good time there. They're telling me that the mallard's stuck.
Oh.
Hang on, emergency mallard rescue. Hang on. Right, let's see if we can catch him. Ducks are quite canny like that. They're letting me know that one of Joshua's... Ah, he's made his way back in. Champion among men, that duck. A champion among men. Look, now they're all coming back together. Right, let's not go back under there, shall we, guys? No, that would not be a wise idea. Okay. Alrighty, let's finish these compost bins. Before we lost daylight, I wanted to show you the finished article. As you can see here, in bay number 2, so we number them from left to right, 1, 2, 3. In number 2, you've got all of the cardboard stacked too high, stapled in up against the walls. You've got all of the compost that was in bay 3, which is putting off a good amount of heat. I don't have a thermometer on it, but certainly in the middle there was some good heat coming out of it. And that's now ready to continue breaking down after it's been turned over. And you can see here, bay 3 is now prepped and ready for all the grass clippings for the final cut ahead of the winter, and all the chicken bedding and everything else that's going to be going in it to create that lasagna of green, live waste, and then brown, dead waste. And also there's plenty of leaves falling off trees around here as well that we can scoop up and put in to create good quality compost for the garden. Well, thank you for joining us on this episode of the Hardy Hatchlings YouTube channel. And we hope you've enjoyed the time with us as we have sought getting our compost bins ready, setting the silage tarp down to get the garden ready and prepped, or at least the vegetable patch ready and prepped, ahead of the spring for the growing season, where you'll be seeing Jacob, myself, and everyone else getting stuck into rebuilding plots and starting to grow and continue to build our self-sufficiency journey. And we ask that if you do enjoy this content, please don't forget to like it, to subscribe to the channel, and to comment and engage with us, whether on YouTube or following us on Instagram and getting to see daily updates on there of life around the homestead. But until next week, bye for now.